night, and while the family is asleep, I thought it would be fun to have a live stream for the Love Noel ComiX YouTube channel. I'm not quite on a 3-day weekend, but kind of like three-day weekend almost. Monday is actually a remote day for my place of employment, so it's a little more. I have a little more flexibility in terms of my sleeping schedule. So that's a good thing, and definitely does have a little bit of a softening of the pressure. You could have stayed longer. Well, the welcome to the second live stream of the day, Leo. Where was I today? I was at Heroes and Villains, located conveniently at 75 East Court Street in Cortland, New York. Literally right behind my boxing and jiu-jitsu gym, Disorderly Conduct. So it's such a fantastic setup. I can go do my boxing, and then I can go to the comic shop, and it's just fantastic. Or I can go to the comic shop and then go hit some bags or whatever works for you. Or I could go and choke someone and then go and get an action figure. It's such a good setup. And then if I feel bad about anything that I did, I just walk around the corner and go to church. Seriously, it's such a fantastic place to live. So yeah, good stuff. Cortland, New York is a quality place to live. Although, some people don't like it here, and that's fine. But yeah, I was at Heroes and Villains Comic Shop, Mr. Sinister, and it was fun. So hopefully you enjoyed the live drawing. So they were actually originally going to do Batman Day last Saturday, but that comic shop actually does a lot with Joker, Harley Quinn, and Batman, and more was there. Yes, they were. Harley Quinn was organizing the comics after after the live stream. It was hilarious. She was very, it's like using her, past as a employee at an insane asylum. Very good at like organizing records. Very good at alphabetizing comic books. Yeah, no, it was great. Well, they do a lot of Magic the Gathering stuff at that comic shop, and there was some tournament they were holding on the Saturday that was actual Batman Saturday, so they bumped it back a week. And so me and a couple other comic book artists from the area were just hanging out. For the live stream, I was the only one that was there, but then a couple of my friends came later on, and they were doing their stuff. And so we were all three of us were there at a certain point. But Steve, the owner of the comic shop, decided that it would be fun to do. Actually, it was kind of a mutual thing. Did anyone buy the Hulk Hogan picture? No, no one bought the Hulk Hogan picture. I did sell the Wolverine and Yuriko picture I had drawn. I want to say I sold another picture. I did some drawings of people. It was pretty slow, actually, because Hollenbeck's, which is a big apple mill in the area, opened up, and so lots of people come to upstate New York to enjoy the foliage, or yeah, that's how it's pronounced. Marge Simpson calls it foliage. So yeah, you can go see some pretty orange leaves and eat some apples and drink some cider and have some fresh donuts. So that was a thing. So whatever. But it was a lot of fun, and hopefully you all enjoyed the drawing of George Clooney Batman. And his buddies, and then Hulk Hogan, which was requested by Leo. So yeah, if you guys are interested in more live streaming from the comic shop, I can absolutely make that happen. Not at 10 o'clock at night, but I can definitely. I'm friends with the owner, and there's a nice little community of aspiring comic book artists where I live. So we're all pretty friendly with each other. So yeah, who was the guy? Oh, that was the owner of the comic shop. He was doing a funny radio voice. Is that his real voice or isn't it? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows if that's his real voice or not? But yeah, no, it was fun. So if you're ever in the Cortland area, go to Heroes and Villains, located at 75 East Court Street in Cortland, New York. Or if you want to learn some jiu-jitsu, MMA, and boxing, then go to Heroes and Villains. literally right next to the comic shop. It's you can get all your nerd and athletic needs satisfied in one convenient location, which is a restored abandoned factory right next to the home of Ronnie James Dio. You know, the rocker who moonlights as the vampiric supervillain from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That's right, because I live in the hometown of Ronnie James Dio. So, yeah, it's good stuff. There's literally a street in town called Dio Way. So, but it was me, Dio. Yeah, it's good stuff. Zawarudo. Yeah, and then time stops for 5 seconds. So, good stuff. Wow, I have some fun stuff for tonight's live stream. Oh, yeah. Do, 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 with Snatcher. So, this right here is a very, very good repro. Okay? Very good repro. This is not an actual copy of Snatcher from like 1992, but it's essentially, no, 1994, but it's essentially identical. So Pat the NES Punk would be having a aneurysm if, he had his, found out where he got this from or whatever. But yeah, no, so this is actually my second copy of Snatcher. I actually have a lower quality reproduction that I've had for a long time, and this is the copy of Snatcher that I beat, which is very nice. It has a very nice insert. It's in a DVD case. It's very cool. But this one actually is in an authentic Sega CD jewel case and comes with a full instruction manual with the manga in it, and it's very cool. So I've got Snatcher, and then the other big purchase I made, I guess this paycheck you could say, was Sonic 3 Complete right here. Got a nice custom cartridge for the Sega CDX with my 32X. So if you can see, I can't actually see what the camera's seeing right now, but I'm assuming it's showing the red custom Mega Drive cartridge for Sonic 3 Complete. So I know some people that can whip up some stuff. So yeah, it's good stuff. So Sonic 3 Complete. We're gonna be playing some Sega CDX tonight, and we'll probably play Sonic. Not probably. We're gonna play Sonic 3 Complete first, and then we'll pop in some Snatcher, and just see where the evening leads us. I wonder. I should still have my Snatcher game saved on the Sega CDX, because that's what I played Snatcher on. Whatever. But yeah, it's good stuff. So yeah, we got Columbo on in the background. This is a good Columbo. There's only good Columbos. There's no such thing as a bad Columbo. The only Columbo that wasn't like fantastic was the one where like Michael from Melrose Place was Columbo's nephew and his wife got kidnapped by some psycho. Like there was no intellectual gamesmanship in that episode. It was just basically Columbo finding out where the stalker lived. There was no like interplay between Columbo and the villain, though, which is kind of the best part about Columbo, is how he really deconstructs these smug, evil, murderous bastards who just underestimate him because they think that they're better than him. And then he just by the time they realize he's that much smarter than them, it's already too late, and then they get all angry. So it's good stuff. This episode stars Peter Falk's wife. I can't remember what's her name, Sharia Denise or something like that. She's in a lot of Columbos, and this one is a particularly good one that she's in. She plays the cheating wife of a bombastic, aging Texas businessman, and she's trying to frame him for murder. So her and her forensic investigator boyfriend can basically live. That she doesn't want to pay alimony because I guess she signed a prenup or something. So they're trying to like frame the husband for murder. And so basically the guy who's helping Columbo investigate the crime is the murderer. You should try not to laugh. I never laugh at Columbo. Columbo's my hero. Hey Sonic, we're actually going to be playing some Sonic tonight. We're going to be playing Sonic in quite possibly the greatest Sonic the Hedgehog game ever, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. This is going to be Sonic 3 Complete. Got a custom cartridge of it from a friend of mine. So that's what we're going to be playing tonight, and then I'll probably throw in some Snatcher. Probably end up watching some VHS tapes up of International Channel. Last live stream was really weird because for a minute the live stream, I guess, was like just completely blocked. Sonic Colors Ultimate is out now. Yeah, dude, I wanted to buy that, but I was a little short. My son and I went to the game store, and he really wanted to get Luigi's Mansion. So Luigi's Mansion 3 on the Switch, which we could also play a little bit of tonight as well. It's good. I've never played a Luigi's Mansion game before. It's definitely slower paced with some RPG elements, and sometimes it's fun, and sometimes like the bosses can be a bit frustrating. But it's an enjoyable experience. What I don't understand, I mean, and it's fine. I get the game mechanic of it. But Luigi's whole thing in the Mario games is that he can jump higher than Mario, but Luigi can't jump at all in this game, which I find a little odd, but it is what it is. Luigi the Ghostbuster. It's exactly what it is. It's not bad. It's pretty cool. I saw Sonic Colors Ultimate at GameStop, and I wanted to get it, but Santino really wanted to get Luigi's Mansion, and I had told him we could get Luigi's Mansion, so we did, and so that's what we have. And I mean, I'm sure Luigi's Mansion is probably a better game than Sonic Colors Ultimate. I mean, Sonic's 2D games are like legitimately the best. Yes, Luigi was only a Mario doppelganger. This is true. But he had cooler colors, so that's kind of the thing with Luigi. Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I have Mario 2 on Famicom Disk System. The Lost Levels. Yeah, no. So I mean, the 2D Sonics are the best, mascot games ever made, as far as I'm concerned. But Sonic's move to 3D has been nowhere near as consistent as Mario's, to put it mildly. But I still like Sonic. Sonic is still my favorite video game character. I have to go do chores. See you next Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Well, you do your chores, man. And thank you for stopping by 2 live streams. Enjoy the South. Eat moderate amounts of bacon, but don't hurt yourself. And keep watching AEW, the superior brand of professional wrestling in the United States. So, and take care, my friend. All right, so let's play some Sonic 3 Complete, which is probably better than Sonic Colors Complete. Although I do want to get Sonic Colors Complete because I haven't beaten Sonic Colors. I've got it on the Wii. What I played of it, I liked. And the thing that makes me really want to get it too is they have the little movie Sonic action figure, I guess, that comes with it. And I really want to get it for that reason, basically. Because I do love my Sonic action figures. Because Sonic is my favorite game character. I don't have any Sonic Boom stuff. I never really got into it. I thought it looked kind of odd. So, I don't know. I'm not one of those people that's like F that crap, but like I've never seen. I've seen like maybe like 2 episodes of Sonic Boom, and I thought it was like kind of like just okay-ish, But yeah, I'm a big fan of Sonic X. The Japanese Sonic OVAs are cool, and then I really like the syndicated, not Saturday morning, the syndicated weekday morning cartoon. You think you'll ever go to Dude, you don't even understand, man. Yeah, okay. So, Sinister, check this out, man. So, the Rochester show is within driving distance of where I live, okay? But I don't like driving long distances. Like, I mean, I can drive. I've driven to Ohio before, but I have my wife there navigating for me. So I had a friend who a couple weeks ago was like, we should go to the Rochester AEW show. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. Then his wife got in a car accident. She was fine. But it's like then he totaled his car. It's like I don't know, like terrible drivers in that family. I don't know what's going on. So it's like so it's like my buddy who wanted to go with me, we were gonna like kind of carpool together, and just kind of make a trip out of it. He's apparently out, which means that I'm not going because I haven't heard anything from him. So I don't know what money to chip in or anything like that. So I saw a little Sonic Boom on vacation once. It felt like some edgy adult parody cartoon, like Robot Chicken. Wasn't the right tone for me. I have no idea. I haven't seen it. I don't even remember the episodes of Sonic Boom that I. All I remember is that Knuckles looked like he was awkwardly on steroids, and I didn't like the design. It was really stupid. Like Knuckles is like oddly jacked in that show. Sonic's design was kind of cool. He had like bandages wrapped around him, like some kind of like kickboxer. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, long story short is Bray Wyatt is rumored to be debuting on an AEW show that's in upstate New York. Because actually Brody Lee was very popular here because everyone knew he was from kind of like a local boy kind of. So, I mean, I'm not really that into indie wrestling, but my friends that were into indie wrestling always made a big deal out of Brody Lee. So especially, I mean, I'm friends with a guy who like just freaks out about, whenever he was, oh, Brody Lee, I know Brody Lee. And it's like, then he passed away and he was obviously really upset. So rumor has it that Bray Wyatt is going to be debuting in Brody Lee's hometown because they were friends. They were in the Wyatt family together in WWE. So that is, if that happens and I end up missing out on that show, which it probably will, it will be a little disappointing, but I'll also be happy to see it. But it is very hard for me to be able to get down to like AEW, because like you say, I've got a lot going on, man. Hey, Rogue Drums, how the heck are you, my friend? All right, so we've talked for about 20 minutes. We're playing some Sonic. And it's going to be our second live stream of the day right here. So we did the first one at the comic shop. The second one is now in the game room with Columbo, And coffee and the CDX right here. Get blue spheres. I was teaching my students about globes. Like a globe is a blue sphere. I know about blue spheres from Sonic. Let's see if I can do the levels like up, down, 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 up, up. Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah. So we left off in Marble Garden. Ooh. All right. I remember getting this game when it first came out, Sonic 3. Boy, was I happy. And then I was stuck at Carnival Night like forever because I didn't realize you had to like hit up and down on those stupid like red and white barrel things. Sinister, I don't know if you saw, Lady Decade actually has been doing a lot of Sonic stuff. And I like it. It's good. I don't know. I mean, sometimes, like, she kind of parrots the narrative of kind of a lot of game YouTubers, but, she's got some nice, she does some nice research, and she's got a pretty nice presentation, and she seems like a cool person, and she's not unpleasant to look at. So all those things go together to make her, some pretty good YouTube viewing. Plus, she doesn't seem to get involved in all that drama bullshit, horse shit. Like freaking, so many like gamer Tipster has just destroyed himself. I mean, he's just same thing with the quartering, and Pat the NES Punk's just like a whiny, whatever, but. Review Tech USA is a weirdo. He's always just like screaming about stuff. It's just like all of the game YouTubers, just a lot of them just ended up getting involved. And John Hancock's like pretty okay. Metal Jesus is cool. Um, but yeah, Lady Decade and Top Hat are they're cool. And yeah, so Lady Decade's doing a lot of stuff on the Sonic Extreme, development stuff, and I find that interesting because I always found that whole thing interesting. So she recently, she did a video on Sonic 16 not that long ago, which, I was always kind of shocked that Sega left the development of Sonic to the American team because, I mean, I understand that Sonic is more popular in the United States than in Japan, but at no point was it ever, evidence that the American game developers, despite their enthusiasm, were on the level of the Japanese game developers. And Sonic is, one of, if not the most popular video game character in the world at the time. So you leave your top, franchise to a bunch of, well-intentioned but, not up to the skill level of the people who, originally made the game. It was just an insane situation, and then freaking Yuji Naka making it so that like the Sonic Extreme people couldn't use the Knights engine, which is so stupid. I mean, all they would have had to have done is credit him and Sonic Team for it, which is what I mean. I'm sure he wanted Sonic Team to make the new Sonic anyway. So like, what the hell, man? Like, it was just freaking ridiculous. Um, but yeah, I mean, I mentioned that because it's so weird that they were going to try to do a whole Sonic game based on the Sonic Saturday morning cartoon, which I don't like. And I'm apparently in the minority about that. Everyone tends to think that's the superior American Sonic cartoon, and I do not think so. I mean, I much prefer the syndicated one because the syndicated one actually can fit into the video game continuity. The other one is just everyone says that Sonic Forces doesn't make narrative sense. I don't agree with that. I think that the Sonic Saturday morning cartoon doesn't make narrative sense because that's just like that is really just kind of dark and weird and just not fun. Like the syndicated one was funny. I mean, like Eggman was hilarious on that. And the other one, he's just like some weird, creepy, fat guy with a cape and a robot, you know, army or something. I don't know. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. Sega has made many bad decisions. That is very true. Let's pause this here. Let's take a look at our chat here. Sega's made many bad decisions. Yes, Sega and everyone else. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see what's going on here. Lots of stuff in the chat. Okay. Doing pretty good. Just got scammed on eBay and just realized that I submitted a return. Got my $40 back. It's the Genesis. I got scammed on the Genesis you bought. That's not good. We had Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic Vanilla, Sonic 2, but never Sonic 3. What is Sonic Vanilla? That sounds like, if that's a Vanilla Ice crossover, that sounds awesome. Really should have looked at the feedback for this guy. He did it to someone else. That's sad. A-hole. Yep. Never got a tracking number. Cool. Get your money back, man. Top Hat Gaming Man and Lady Decade did a couple videos addressing criticism. I should check it out. I have not even seen it. I asked on them both if they wanted me to say anything. Yeah, cool, man. Yeah, do help your buddies out. I like them. I mean, seriously. Sega and everyone else, the Japanese developers were far better. Yes, they were. Sega made many bad decisions. I understand that both are appreciated. I love Sonic X. Sonic Vanilla means Sonic Classic. Oh, cool. Yeah. I have Sonic Classic. I like that game a lot. Are you talking about the one that had like the Sonic 1, 2, and Mean Bean Machine in it? Because I have that game and I like it. I got that game in like '96, I think. I got that game as a late Genesis release and really like it. Yeah. No, man, I like Top Hat Gaming, man, because they see in Lady Decade they seem pretty honest, So I like that. I don't like the people that are in it to promote themselves or hold grudges or get involved in drama. Like Tipster used to be cool. Like I don't, if you guys know who Tipster is, he's this really fat Latino guy with a snapback that had a pretty cool game room, and he did a lot of interesting coverage on like the Billy Mitchell situations, and just a lot of like video game news. Like the Soldier Boy, drop shipping stuff. I mean, it was kind of fun. And there, he'd have some good takes on video games here and there, and now he just turned into like a gossip journalist harassing people. And like it's like, dude, like the freaking the quartering is just like, he did some interesting stuff on the Atari VCS, when it looked like really shady at the beginning, and now he's just it's just these people just are into drama, and it's just like, just shut up. Like I don't need this crap, like there's analysis of things that are interesting, and then there's just like sowing discontent for clicks and money for your YouTube channel, and that's not any better than CNN, pulling that shit with old people. I mean, CNN is elder abuse as far as I'm concerned, and these drama YouTube channels are nerd abuse as far as I'm concerned. Vertical hold. I got to adjust the vertical hold on this here. There we go. Sorry, oop, you can't see it. My screen was rolling on my PVM for a second. Live chat. What's going on in our chat here? The price was kind of too good to be true. Yeah, it is a little too good to be true. But, whatever. Okay, let's go back to playing some Sonic 3. I mean, I didn't fully see it. I guess Lady Decade was like saying that I have the Xbox controllers at college, got 2 big ones, messaged the seller. All right. Cool, man. Well, we got to figure out what to do about this memory card thing too, man. So you let me know. I get paid on Thursday. So I don't know what you want to do. Like, I mean, maybe next time you're in town, you can bring the black Xbox over or whatever. I mean, I don't know when I'd get the memory card. I just want to get my save games onto my Mountain Dew Xbox. So I can watch Sega Saturn Shenmue. Top Hat Gaming Man actually just did a really good video on a Double Dragon, a proposed sequel for Double Dragon, the movie, the game. And I really like that. I mean, I don't know if people don't like that game or not, but Double Dragon, the movie, the game on Neo Geo is really good. I mean, it's a little, I mean, it's like not like Street Fighter Alpha 3 excitement, but it's a cool game. And the PlayStation version of it I really liked because it had a lot of cool FMV scenes. It had like a pre-psycho Alyssa Milano in it. Like someone uploaded a picture of Alyssa. So I follow these like 80s pages on Facebook. Someone like uploaded some picture of like Alyssa Milano. I don't know. She's probably like, I don't know, like 17, 18 or something like that. I don't know. But she was like wearing this like Dodgers jersey, and it was like she's supposed to be like she's supposed to look like kind of like sexy or something like that. And I was saying like how good the picture looked, and some lady's like, "Oh yeah, creeper much." I'm like, "No, I'm someone who grew up in the '80s and '90s and have a functioning memory." So, I'm happily married, and can date women my own age. So yeah, I hate people that just it's like stuff men like is bad. It's like, male hegemony must be destroyed at every turn because you have like nothing better to do other than find things to bitch about that are just a part of culture. I mean, there's cultural criticism is a good thing, but it's like what are your aims? Like, if your aim is just to destroy white male capitalist patriarchy and any vestiges of it that you find, then I mean it's gonna be it's gonna be a long road to hoe, let me tell you, and it's gonna be very unpleasant for everyone else. I mean, there's the kind of cultural criticism that Jesus did, which was really good. You know, speaking truth to power and all that stuff. Deconstructing power, finding a higher moral alternative, being, someone espousing elementary morality, all that good stuff. But being someone who just likes to tear things down to build yourself up and gain self importance because you have nothing else to believe in, that's the social equivalent of cancer, and it's really bad. So if you're like that, shut up. You're not doing anything for anyone. This level had a really weird boss, uh, like Tails had to hold you, and you had to like hit him. It's funny, in Absolutely Rose Street, the Sega 32X infomercial, they do a little thing. Ah, damn it! They do a little thing for Sonic and Knuckles in there. That was really close. This is not good. This is not good at all. I need rings. Ah, sweet rings. Alright. This boss time. I've been pretty good at getting the Chaos Emeralds. I've only like lost one special stage, and it's because Santino knocked my PC Engine off the VCR. So I kind of like looked to see what was going on, and then ended up hitting a red sphere. Oh, Sonic. So I guess Sonic Complete, from what I've seen, it's got all the original Sonic 3 stuff as presented, and then it flows smoothly into the Sonic and Knuckles stuff. Keeps all the Michael Jackson stuff in both games, I guess. So I know that the Knuckles music changed because it had the blood on the dance floor backtrack in the original, and then I know it kind of changed in the Sonic and Knuckles. And by the original, I mean in Sonic 3. I'm tempting fate here with this. Come on, come on. Yeah. Alright, come on. Darn it! Alright, let's go to, let's see what's next here. Wait, where do I go? Oh, right here, I guess, here. The Mega CD did not sell as well in Japan as the PC Engine CD, so I don't think there was a Japanese version of Snatcher on Sega CD, which is funny because I think that the Sega CD version is the best version of that game from everything that I've read. It's got a really cool extended opening. And just I think it's got a couple little tweaks here and there that I like a lot. Damn it! Get the rings, Tails. Damn it! now it's going to be really tricky here. Oh, I got him. Good deal. That was very close because I'm at 0 rings here. But we did it. Oh, look at Tails. He's so cute. Holding me up. His little determined look on his face. Get to jam, to jam. You know, it's the Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan song "Jam" is the basically the backtrack of this level here. It ain't too much for me to jam, to jam. It's really too bad. I mean, it's too bad on a whole bunch of levels that there was all that Michael Jackson controversy. But I think the thing that I selfishly am the most upset about is that they didn't get to make a big deal about Michael Jackson composing the Sonic game because of all the drama. I mean, I don't believe for a second that there was a serious issue that Michael Jackson was just like, oh, the Sega's sound chip is just beneath my standards. It's like, that's such bullshit because Michael Jackson had no problem with Moonwalker, at least none that I heard. So, and that was all of his songs on the Sega Genesis. So, I mean, he may have been actually like frustrated. I don't know. I mean, this is just total speculation. I mean, he may have been frustrated, maybe that the composer there might have been some limits on stuff, but I mean, I really don't think that that the real reason that Michael Jackson went uncredited for his work in Sonic 3 is because he was not satisfied. I think it had a lot to do with the fact that he was accused of being a pedophile. When you're selling a game to kids, you don't want your one of the most famous people working on the game to have those kind of accusations against them. So, were they true accusations or not? I have no idea. And again, all I have is speculation, but about the behind the scenes stuff. They have some really nice videos on YouTube about Michael Jackson's involvement in Sonic. There was like this kind of 2-man group that I can't remember their names, but I can see them in my head, and they did a nice video on Michael Jackson's involvement in Sonic 3. Let's go on the big gold donut. People really don't understand how graphically impressive this was in the mid-90s. I mean, I think this still holds up really well. But I mean, can you imagine Nintendo saying, like, you know what, Miyamoto, you're not doing the new Mario game. We're going to give it to this American guy who, worked on Mario Paint. And, you can, I know you're a little bored of making Mario games, so go make something else. Like, that would never happen. And Sega, who had eclipsed Nintendo, as a market leader, was like, yeah, we're going to do that. That's a good idea. I mean, that's completely insane. I mean, and that's not good. The poor communication between Sega of Japan and Sega of America was also not good. This was all a really stupid move on my part, but I pulled it off. Haha. I mean, the biggest thing that Sega of America did to piss off Sega of Japan was just like shit on all the original Sonic concepts. You know, like Madonna, the band, the Fangs. I mean, if you look at the original development of the Hedgehog, I mean, there was real love and energy and effort into that game by Sega of Japan, and the American, marketers just completely disrespected it. So that really did not help, I'm sure. And then, the Japanese team was just like, oh, we're going to do it our way, and had like absolutely no understanding of, how to market a game in the United States. And it just turned into a gigantic disaster. And, so that's why, Sonic has sadly ended up as no longer a hardware mascot, and is, basically a beloved pop culture figure. How do I get through this? What am I missing here? I don't remember. Oh, well, I don't know how that happened, but good work, Tails. All right. Have at you. Damn it. That was too risky. Take a little break, see what's going on in Chat Central here. All right, all right, all right. Rage of the Dragon. Game. The big one for now is a discontinuation of 4 controllers. Cool for your Xbox. It was a real game that didn't get the licensing. I do remember that it looks and sounds like an SNK game. People are ridiculous now. Yes, they Arrow, how the hell are you? One more time. I'm honestly tight on money right now. I gotta make it last. If you could buy the memory card, it was. Yeah, cool. We'll just saves up. Just bring the Xbox over. Sonic 3 complete. Yes, it is. Fortunately, in this one, the supersonic music can be turned off. I saw that, so actual music can play in the background. I did see that. Some idiot was arguing with Lord X, trying to push that MJ was dissatisfied with the music rumor, and I brought up the exact thing you did. Well done, Sinister. Nintendo had Rare to do Donkey Kong Country. That's true. That is true. But Donkey Kong was not the same as Sonic. I mean, I like Donkey Kong, but Mario was clearly in throughout the mid '90s. The ever since Super Mario Brothers came out, um, Mario was the Mickey Mouse of Nintendo, the most famous video game icon, and Sonic had eclipsed him in America, and was causing all kinds of trouble for Nintendo. So the fact that Sega handed off Sonic to people that were unproven and didn't, I don't know, like what's the worst case scenario if Donkey Kong Country flop? It's like they wasted money on Silicon Graphics stuff. What's the worst case scenario if next Sonic game is a flop? Catastrophe. Like Nintendo has never really made a bad Mario game because they put that amount of importance into it. So for Sega not to do that with the Sonic game, like I don't like maybe like Yuji like, oh, I want to make Knights, I'm tired of Sonic's. Like then you got to tell him, it's like, look, man, we got Sega Saturn coming out. It's gonna have to be a big deal in the United States. we'll pay you more money. You know, and not that Naka is the only person that knows how to make good Sonic games, but I'm just saying that, like, honestly, if I want to play Sonic 3 on something like a CRT, this is probably my ideal way to play it. Yes, I have, dude, Arrow, you'll really like this cartridge I have. It's a custom um custom Sonic 3 cartridge, Sonic 3 Complete. It's a Mega Drive style cartridge in red, and I found a really, really high quality, nice label for it in the Mega Drive style. So, good stuff. All right. How is Sega Lord X doing? I got to watch some of his videos. I haven't seen him. I watched his videos in a few weeks. Um, Donkey Kong is where Mario comes from. Everything else was just... No, yeah, no, yeah. History-wise, I understand Donkey Kong's the foundation of Nintendo being a, Donkey Kong made Nintendo. I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying that by that stage, Donkey Kong was not the mascot of Nintendo. So if the Donkey Kong game didn't work, Saturn had 0 original mainline Sonic games. Even 32X didn't have a real Sonic game. I agree. Sonic 3D Blast I like. I think that game's really underrated. GBA getting 3 original Sonics and Neo Geo Pocket getting a Sonic, but Sega, Saturn, and 32X getting nothing. That's a really good point, and it's true. Yeah, no, I agree. It makes absolutely no sense. I think Knuckles Chaotix was supposed to be Sonic Crackers. That's just speculation. I remember playing the Sonic Crackers demo, and it had the handcuff mechanic on it. So, and then I know that Sonic Extreme started out on the 32X, and then Sega's like, no, let's just discontinue the 32X. It's just so stupid. Like, the 32X should have been supported. I mean, it's like, it's just ridiculous how they kept pulling the rug out from under the development team. Yep. But Sonic 3D Blast, I mean, I like that game. It's a good game. It's different for sure. I've never beaten the Genesis one, but I spent a lot of time with the Saturn one, and I liked it. I didn't like it as much as Sonic 3, but I thought it was a pleasant, pretty game with nice music. And, it had Sonic, and it was cool, and the special stage was cool. And the gameplay was, it was fun. It was different. It was like isometric, not as fast. Controls were mildly slippery. Yeah, that was good stuff overall. Imagine Nintendo 64 with no Mario. No, I know. Exactly. It's insane. Especially considering just the insanely good quality of all the Sonic games that were on the Sega Genesis. I mean, there was not, and it just kept improving, and it was like never anything approaching a bad Sonic game on the Sega Genesis. Sega Lord X said Sonic 3D Blast is one of the best-selling Saturn games in the West. Imagine Xbox without Halo Master Chief. I got Sonic 3D Blast when it came out. I got a Sega Saturn in 1995. I didn't have an RF switch for it because I didn't have a TV with audio visual ports. So I basically could not play my Sega Saturn for like 6 months, which is really annoying. It sounds kind of crazy, but my mom didn't have a car, so. Anywho, yeah. So like, I had my Sega Saturn, couldn't play it, and then when I finally got it, I had like World Series Baseball, the one with Mike Piazza on it. I got Nights into Dreams, Sonic 3D Blast, and then for Christmas I ended up getting the Williams Arcade Greatest Hits. I think I ended up getting that in like Christmas of '97. I definitely got like X-Men Children of the Atom. The minute I could get to a store, I got that game because I loved that game in the arcades. The second I saw that, I just like lost my shit at like how awesome it was, because that was literally an X-Men comic come to life, and everything that was cool about the characters was magnified in that game. I got Street Fighter Alpha 3. That was great. Not Alpha 3. I'm sorry, I didn't get that. That's late. I got Street Fighter Alpha 1 Warrior's Dreams. I don't have Alpha 3 on Saturn. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, it's good stuff. Letting Streets of Rage die was stupid. Letting Eternal Champions die was stupid. Imagine Sega without Sonic. I don't even know what would be the mascot. I don't know, Alex Kidd or something. I don't know. Imagine having a Virtua Fighter remix ready for American launch, but putting out the regular version. Yeah, it's really bad. Lack of localized RPG. You can thank that idiot Bernie Stolar for that shit. Ram carts were not coming to the West. Is that right? Did the Ram carts ever come out in the West? Because that's a really good. I never even thought of that. I mean, I have a Ram cart because I have the X-Men versus Street Fighter, but I never. No, it never came out. Yeah, I was weird because I mean, I still have my Saturn that I bought in 1995. I use it as a CD player, and then and just kind of a backup Saturn, and then I have a Japanese Saturn that's modded that plays all my Saturn games, American, Japanese, and backup. So Saturn is my favorite game system, like for sure. I mean, it's my first three video game systems I ever owned were Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, and Sony PlayStation. The reason I ended up getting a PlayStation was because freaking Bernie Stolar was so bad at marketing the Saturn in the United States. And then, like you said, Sega of Japan was, not good at all in terms of helping Sega of America with the Saturn. You could write a book about all the crazy decisions. Like people tend to complain that Sega had too much hardware. Saturn is my favorite console. It is. Saturn is not our future. Saturn is my favorite console. I love Sega Saturn. My mom got. This is really funny. So my mom got me Sega Saturn because she sent me to a Christian school. And so she's like, well, to make it up to you, I'm going to give you a Sega Saturn. And it's like, so the whole thing was that, a lot of my friends were going to public school. So I wanted to go to public school with them. And she's like, no, I'm sending you to a Christian school. And I was like, no, I want to go be with my friends. She's like, listen, to make it up to you that you're not with your friends, I'm going to get you a Sega Saturn. And I'm like, okay. So, didn't even realize I went live. Welcome, Nick. I'm telling people how my mom bought me a Sega Saturn to bribe me to go to CCA. But it ended up being like the best thing ever because I ended up loving Cortland Christian Academy, and then I had my Sega Saturn. So I always liked my Sega Saturn. I have really good memories of playing. That's all it took to convince you a free Sega Saturn. It's like, yeah, I guess. That ended up working out in the end because I love CCA. Neo Geo, the same thing, but they're cool. Neo Geo, man, yeah, like that's a whole other deep dive. Like now they like the Neo Geo 64, and then they had their Neo Geo CDs that loaded slow and were poorly marketed. I guess I'd actually be really interested to get a Neo Geo CD. I mean, I love my AES, but I think the most economical thing I can do for the AES is just get like a flash cart because I love getting the original hardware, but the original software, but like, man, Neo Geo games, it's like those are like $1,000 games. I know as a kid, my mom tried to convince me to get into a few fuel programs, but no amount of bribery could convince me to do it. I mean, there was nothing I could really do. Like, I was gonna have to do it anyway, but it was more like, this is what I'm doing to kind of soften the blow. But I know it was great. I love CCA. It was the best school I've ever attended, and I've almost got a doctorate in history. I've done coursework for a doctorate at SUNY Binghamton. I have more than enough coursework to be a professor of history. My problem with that was my advisor had major issues and did not, want to work with me anymore. And I had a dissertation topic that she liked, but she didn't like my previous topics, and so she wasn't willing to work with me on the topic I finally presented that she liked. She's just like, "Oh, I just don't have it in me to work with you anymore." So. And then the department just didn't care and let her get away with it, and I couldn't really do anything. because I needed to get like letters of recommendation from those people. So yeah, it was kind of a pretty shitty situation at SUNY Binghamton. I ended up getting into the education program and then got a master's and got a job, and now I have a nice house that's better than anyone's house that was in the PhD program with me. A lot of them are just angry and woke and working in a museum somewhere, and I'm here with a massive game room full of stuff, enjoying the highs and lows of teaching seventh graders, but still with the knowledge of an intellectual. So yeah, who knows? I don't know. I made a long email all about that comment. To me, I can't wait to read it. It's a whole arcade cabinet and a cartridge. So just yeah, I hear you. Sega Lord X said he would have rather had a System 16 or Sega 32 one-to-one console like on Neo Geo, as opposed to Sega CD or 32X. I think that, I mean, I don't completely understand all those combos, but I think that my house is better than anyone else's house because of all the video game stuff I have. It's true. It's freaking true. I live in a house out of an 80s sitcom in a room full of, and I have a room that is like got the classic, it's got like the ultimate gaming rig that Wang talked about on his YouTube channel. So basically, I'm living in the house from Family Matters, and I've got the ultimate gaming setup in it. So you tell me who won in the end. And I've got a beautiful family on top of it. So there you go. Although, if I'm being honest, you're living the dream. No, I'm aware. Now, there's a cost to that dream, which is teaching seventh graders. Yeah, it's all good in the hood. Teaching is one of those things that it gets easier the more you do it. My PC Engine controller's on the floor. Anyway, he's saying, imagine the System 16 board or 32 board on high. No, that would be cool. No, yeah, like the arcade boards. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be really good for sure. But instead of putting out the Sega CDX and 32X add-ons. No, I agree. Yeah, that makes sense. I do like the 32X though. I mean, I pretty much saw the absolutely Rose Street infomer. I wanted a 32X when I was in 5th grade, but I didn't get it. I just had my Sega Genesis, and it was cool and all that stuff. And then I ended up getting the Sega Saturn. But 32X was something I'd always wanted. And then as an adult, I saw the absolutely Rose Street infomercial and liked it so much. I was like, I have to get a 32X. And I did. And I have Mortal Kombat 2 on it and Virtua Fighter on it. And I really like it. I really, really like my 32X. And it does make my Genesis games look really good on a PVM. Do a Saturn hour right now. That stuff is cool. All right, we can do some Saturn. Let me beat this level. I do want to play some Snatcher on the Sega CD as well. But I can play some Saturn games for sure. Let me just beat this level and pop in some Saturn here. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I'm already saved at Carnival Night. So I would have to do like 2 acts. So we can play some Sega Saturn. Play some Sega Saturn, and then we'll pop in some Snatcher. All right. Putting my SCART cord in its holder. Sega, if ironically, "This is cool" was the Japanese slogan for Sega Saturn. Here's the thing. System 16 has way more colors. It scrolls better than 32X. Get that one Star Wars game for 32X. I want to get NBA Jam on 32X, and I want to get the WrestleMania arcade game on 32X. Those are that Star Wars game. It's like, it's okay. I'm just not that into Star Wars games. I mean, I know that might sound like really bad for some people, but like, I'm sorry. I don't care that much about the Star Wars game. It's cool. I mean, it's not bad, but I just, I would rather get the acclaim games like NBA Jam and WrestleMania, and like Knuckles Chaotix. There are games on Sega on System 32 that simply can't be duplicated on 32X, like Spider-Man or EM Up. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, but like, I mean, I could. So I was actually for a long time. I actually, or not a long time, but like as a fifth grader, at first I thought 32X was more powerful than the Saturn, and I was like, why are they coming out with this? But then I found out that like Saturn's more powerful than the 32X. It's like, all right, well, Saturn, that sounds good. Um, but I think in an ideal world, like I am not angry at the idea of there being a 32X and a Sega Saturn, and just kind of, both of them have cool games, and they're just both owned by Sega. They don't necessarily have to be competing with each other. I understand that like streamlining the stuff is good, but if you have hardware and make cool stuff for it, like I don't see the I mean, Nintendo used to have, like the Super Nintendo and the NES out at the same time. So what's the big deal? So, I don't know. All right, all right, all right. It is 1994. Where's my Saturn controller? Oh, it's right here. Man, I love the Japanese intro to Saturn. I mean, I like the American one too. It's nice, but man, that Japanese one gives you chills. I think I have Children of the Atom in here. The Japanese Children of the Atom. I have the American Children of the Atom as well, but I wanted to get the Japanese one because it's apparently like easier to play as Juggernaut in this version. I have no idea how. I always wanted the Japanese version too. I like the cover art, so I own it and we're playing it. When I was drawing at the comic shop, I was just talking about, how much better comics were in the 90s because of stuff like this. Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld style artwork. Now we get our watercolors and big noses and woke politics. Not good. I'm oversimplifying it, but not great. Does this work? Yeah, it does work. I can't read Japanese. So, yeah, I'll lower the difficulty. For the purposes of this review. I'm not going to do the Akuma code, because I don't remember it. Will this be my favorite? Wolverine. And if stuff's hairy, we're going to be Iceman. And I will make it rain ice boulders on my enemies. I think there's something weird with this aux cord. Like, for some reason, it tends to make the systems come out in mono. And I don't know why. So, like, I always have, like, my stuff going through a SCART cable, and then the audio plays through my record player. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Rookie. Man, Storm, she was a bit of a pill. It's like all these like stupid people like, oh, there's no black superheroes. It's like these people clearly have not read comic books. I mean, like the '90s was filled with good black superheroes. Bishop, Storm, freaking Spawn. I mean, like, you know, the actual like Man of Steel Superman I liked better than the Clark Kent Superman. And I mean, and that's not even being political. I just thought he looked cooler. Damn it. I wish I'd remake that Shaq movie better. So I think the casting's actually good. I think Shaq makes a good Man of Steel. No, but it seems like a lot of stuff now is just like we have to recast and racially swap people, and I think it's kind of insulting actually, and it makes people mad. Like it does the opposite. Like the new Cowboy Bebop movie, like they have Jet Black as a black guy, and it's like Jet Black isn't black. Like, I mean, if he is, they didn't draw him like that. He just looks like an old bald white guy, or like a middle-aged white guy, which is fine. Like, I mean, I'm all for cool black characters and stuff, but just there's no need to like take a white character and make them black. It doesn't make any sense. It's much easy, like it's much easier when it's like just organic and cool, like Martin. The TV show Martin. Like everyone likes Martin, or the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, or Family Matters. I mean, like stuff was like really good in terms of like black presence in pop culture, and then like idiots decided to like start trying to make things like trying to tether on like racial discontent to marketing, and it has had the exact opposite effect. Which maybe that's what people want. Maybe they just want stuff to be controversial, and they think that'll generate money because, as Eric Bischoff says, controversy creates cash. But it's making people more divided and angry when you're just politicizing everything. Sanford and Son, that's another really good show. I mean, my Italian great grandmother, who couldn't speak a lick of English, tuned in every week to Sanford and Son because it was awesome. Come on. No! This isn't good. Desperation move! Do it, do it. He's gonna go for the Arctic attack. Ah, man, you got me. I was waiting for him to go for a super move, and then I was gonna try to counter it with a fierce attack. Freaking Iceman. I was at the comic shop. I was having a conversation that, ironically, Val Kilmer never played Iceman, despite playing a character named Iceman in Top Gun and being in superhero movies. Come on. I need to get the live chat to show up. I like the show Titans, but Starfire is black in Titans. That's stupid. Martin Lawrence made fun of the fact that he was born in Germany. That's hilarious. Also, you just described Mr. Big from. Hang on, let me see what's going on here. All right, I'm gonna see what's going on in the chat because, like, I'm sorry, guys. It's just for some reason it's just being a little harder for me to be able to multitask game in the chat. So, hang on one second. I'm just gonna pause this here, and then we'll have some lovable host and viewer banter here. Luke Cage. I saw someone just mentioned Luke Cage is a cool superhero, and that is correct. All right, here we go. Okay. The Jon Stewart Green Lantern was also cool. Yes. Black Panther. Blade. I did not see Candyman. Blade is so freaking cool. I love Blade. Blade is cool because he's like got that cool like I'm a vampire, but I'm also a good guy, but I'm also a cool black guy, and it's just like all just these cool things are just like kind of synthesized, and he's good with swords. Yeah, Blade is awesome. I got nothing but good things to say about Blade. How many American Saturn games do you have? I have a lot of them, but not as many Japanese. I did not see Candyman. It looked pretty bad. The new one, at least, the Jordan Peele one did not look good, and I never saw the original. Black Panther was cool. I love the Man of Steel. The Jon Stewart Green Lantern looks cool, but I never was a big Green Lantern guy. I always thought the white Green Lantern looked a little cooler, just because I liked that he had kind of like gray at his temples, and for some reason I just thought that looked cool. Michael Jail. White isn't white. Michael J. I don't know. Sorry, man. Mr. Big. Also, just read Mr. Big from Art of Fighting. Yeah, wait. Did they race swap? Oh, yeah. Like, yeah. Mr. Big's not black. I mean, if he is, it'd be cool. But yeah, I'm not sure. I thought Mickey looked more black than Mr. Big. Mickey is black in Art of Fighting. I don't know. Whatever. So yeah, so they race swapped Teen Titan. They made Starfire black in the Teen Titans live action show. I saw the first episode of that, and I thought it was like okay. Like I didn't like dislike it. I didn't love it. I just thought it was like, yeah, this is decent, and I thought it was cool that they had Robin being a prominent character because I like Dick Grayson. I think Dick Grayson's a cool character. I thought it was kind of dumb how they did like the Hawk and Dove thing, and they just made like Hawk be this like bumbling stupid man, and like he's an idiot, and the girl's the smart one, and it's just like all right, whatever. But I mean, I don't know a lot about the lore of Hawk and Dove. I just know that Rob Liefeld drew them, and then like decided to draw the whole comic sideways, and everyone got mad at him or something. Because it was like taking place in an alternate dimension, so he drew it sideways without permission or something, like some nonsense. I don't even know. But that's really weird that they race swapped Starfire because, like, why that doesn't even come off as a character that even has like flavor. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like Jet Black, I could see, and I don't agree with it, but like, I could see Jet Black as more black than Starfire, who just seemed like, just a ditzy redheaded girl who was kind of cool and orange. I don't know. Was that the problem? Like the Trump thing that she might be too orange? Or I mean, I'm serious. Like these people are that stupid. Candyman was very woke. It was about gentrification. That's like a Simpsons joke. Do you remember the one episode of The Simpsons where they saw like one of the new Star Wars movies? They're like, I can't believe that the Phantom Menace was Senate redistricting or something. All right. I mean, what? Okay, dude. So check this out. All right. So, Sinister, you tell me because I appeal to your knowledge. Okay. Gentrification. I mean, my understanding of it is, basically your neighborhood gets more middle class, right? And that might bring with it like some raising prices and things like that. But I mean, potentially could that also bring with it, maybe better living standards or lower crime. I mean, I don't know. I definitely don't want like cultures to be sacrificed, but at the same time, I live in a place that's definitely got some poverty dysfunction going on, and that poverty dysfunction needs to be remedied, and ways to remedy it will be to get things less conducive to that in the area. So I mean that. So I mean I don't. So I don't really know a lot about gentrification. I just know that combating crime and poverty is a good thing, and sometimes moving things into the area that aren't conducive to that can be a positive thing. So I don't know, but the fact that you have a horror movie where you kill all the white people, and the moral of, and like the whole boogeyman is gentrification, is legitimately one of the most hilarious things I've ever heard in my entire life. I mean, it's like so absurd, it's hilarious. So I don't know. Season two is Titan season two. How it be is okay. Okay, thanks. Titan season two is better than how it began. Okay, cool. Their Starfire has none of the naive charm and friendliness. It's basically cleaning up the place, but they're making it a racial issue where there shouldn't be one. What the hell? Then what is it, man? Dude, you're black. You tell me. Like, I mean, because I don't like, you're black and you live in Compton, or like live around Compton. So let me know like so okay, so this is like one thing I don't like is like when like people are like, you need to just like listen to black people and understand that you're an idiot. It's like, no, no, no. People who aren't black have like thinking minds and experiences, but like when you are like talking to a black person, like they have like things that they have experienced that you haven't. So in that situation, by all means, like appeal to your black friends to like say like, hey, what's going on? Let me know things from your point of view. So I'd be super interested to hear your point of view, because you're a cool dude and who happens to be black. um, I really wish to have a deep talk with you one of these days. They hate gentrification because it's basically reverse racism. How is it reverse racism? It's like, oh, we got a target here, bastard sons of bitches. Like, what? I don't know. I mean, I think Target is a bit like yuppified, but Oprah likes it, so whatever. But I don't like Oprah. But I do like nice clothes and video games. So I don't know. And Starbucks is okay. So, but yeah, I mean, I would love for them to put a Target in the meth neighborhoods of where I live. Maybe some of those guys could then stop doing meth and start working at a Target and drinking lattes or something. I don't know, whatever. So, but yeah, I don't know. So, Candyman was a silly movie. It sure sounds like it. Someone told me that Key is gonna be like, I liked Key and Peele, but I don't like Peele as like the I'm a serious black director. Like I don't like. I think he comes off as annoying and shrill. But their show was like really funny, and I heard that Key was gonna be a Goomba or something in the new Mario movie. And I can see that if that's the case. And Sinister, I would also love to have a cool long chat with you about stuff because yeah, it just sounds like a fun time. Um, cool. All right, let's play some X-Men and yeah, no, but like yeah, black superheroes like Bishop is cool. Like I love Bishop. I liked Bishop better when he had his like weird Jerry Curl mullet, because at the end like that cool like badass tattoo on his face. I thought that looked really cool. Some black people don't even like white influence, even though they do, but just don't understand the context. Well, that's dumb because we should all be like working together. Like black and white people have things to offer each other, and the problem I think that stems from white black relations is when people get too racially exclusive and start otherizing each other, and nothing good comes from that. So, yeah, no, it's not good for sure. Definitely not. Um, yeah, no, I mean, I think a lot of this crap comes from, quite frankly, like at least on like a more middle class level. A lot of it is like narratives that come out of college campuses. I don't necessarily believe that colleges brainwash people, but I do believe that they put out messages that are incomplete, that have negative aspects on society. Like they have big blind spots. There's like some truth to them, and then they have these gaping blind spots that are like terrible. To its credit, Candyman credits the original. Yeah, I heard they have the same, but I never saw Candyman, so I have no like real connection to it. Cool black people in horror movies, the original Night of the Living Dead. Like that, dude, if you want to see a good movie that talks about race relations, the original Night of the Living Dead is fantastic, and it's got a really good moral. Let me explain. So here's the deal, right? So Night of the Living Dead happens. Like there's a white girl and her brother. The white girl is scared. The brother gets like presumably killed. Runs into a cool black guy at a gas station, and they like hold up in this house together. Then they find this like silent majority bald guy and his family hiding in the basement. So you have this like cross section of like gender and race, and I don't know, the class isn't really there. Like they're all kind of the same kind of at that point in time. Like working and middle class had kind of blended together pretty well. Um, and this like young couple was there too. Anyway, so the two people that rise to the top of this survival situation are the cool black guy and the silent majority white guy. Now, the cool black guy has better personality. The silent majority guy has better ideas, but they can't get along. So what ends up happening is they end up turning on each other. Everyone ends up getting killed except the cool black guy, who ends up just surviving by locking himself in an attic. And then he peeks his head out the window and gets shot in the head because people like shoot first and ask questions later, and it's stupid. So that was like a really powerful, interesting movie that if people had learned how to work together, they would have been able to survive the zombie apocalypse. Because what ended up killing them was their own inability to get along based on their just arrogance from different perspectives. So that is a really good horror movie with good racial messaging that was not preachy, in my opinion. So the original Night of the Living Dead is actually a really smart, cool movie, in my opinion. I don't like how people blindly follow anything a professor will say. That's incredibly stupid. Yes, it is true. And that's like, I mean, I am all for getting vaccinated. Like, don't get me wrong. Because, I mean, I think they're, like, you should get the polio vaccine, you should get the measles vaccine, you should get the mumps vaccine, all that stuff. But I don't like the way that this vaccine discussion is turning into, you have to obey authority because you're just an idiot. And these people, like, no. A person in a position of authority can be wrong. Okay. I mean, if they're making sense, they're not wrong most of the time. But, to just uncritically take whatever a person in a position of authority says is like legitimately one of the worst situations you can start normalizing, because people abuse power all the times. And if you think that academics aren't petty, willful, insecure people that get a lot of stuff wrong, then you have spent no time on a college campus. It's just the truth. That doesn't mean that they're wrong about everything. It doesn't mean that they're not smart about their research, but it means that they, like, stuff like academic stuff, like, flips on a dime. I mean, that's the problem, is that, they had, like, it's very faddish. Like, it's like the pendulum swings in different directions, and, what's good for one set of 5 years becomes the devil the next set of 5 years, and it's the trend. It tends to be how things can work. So, anyway. So, yeah, been talking for a while. Good talk. Listen, I mean, I enjoy it. I don't know if I'm making... And when I talk in my mind, I make sense. I don't know if it always comes out that way. But yeah, I mean, I have like on my Facebook, I have a healthy distrust of authority and I'm vaccinated. So there you go. But I mean, like, whatever. I'm not going to like not be your friend just because you disagree with me on something. That's another thing that the left is like worse on. I've seen like a lot of left-wing people like ostracize people. I don't think I've ever seen a right-wing person ostracize people based on belief. They might act like a-holes, but they're more just like, it's more like, I've never heard I've heard maybe once in my life of a conservative person saying, I don't want to be your friend if you think this, but mostly it's It's never happened to me, and I've seen it a lot more on the left than the right. I mean, it's happened to me on the left. Damn it! Come on! No! Got him. All right. This is close. Wolverine's my hero, and he's Canadian. A. He's a Canadian samurai with cool stubble. No! No! Breakthrough, breakthrough, breakthrough. I was so close. Alright, I'm gonna try one more time. Alright, alright. Freaking Iceman. Come on, man. Got him. All right. I also don't agree with the trope that Sega Saturn had no good 3D games. Some of their 3D stuff was a lot better than PlayStation's. Was it harder to develop for? Yes. He blocked it now. Damn it. Damn it. Got him. All right. Let the dolphins fly. Who was called the Rabid Wolverine? Yes, Chris Benoit. Yes, Wolverine and Chris Benoit, many commonalities, but Wolverine more mentally stable. It's really fascinating how people love Chris Benoit so much and like pretend he didn't do what he did, but like, dude, like, I never was that big of a Chris Benoit fan. I remember when he died, I felt bad before I found out what he did, but I was like, you know, even when he died, I was like, oh man, Chris Benoit, he was always just a very adequate champion. You know, I was never like, you know, he was a childhood hero of mine. Like, he was not like on Randy Savage level, you know? I don't even think he was on DDP level. Seriously, I mean, I used to root for Chris Benoit over Steve Austin because I don't like Steve Austin. I mean, I know I'm in the minority there, but I never liked Stone Cold when he was like in his prime. I liked bad guy Steve Austin. I thought he was funny, like when he was in love with Vince McMahon, and he'd like hug Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon would have like a concerned look on his face. Like I thought that was fun. But the, you know, like, the weird Jerry Springer serial killer working class hero guy, I just thought was kind of like, I don't know, man. I just thought he was like it too much shock value. Like it was not. He wasn't cerebral enough. Like Hollywood Hogan was cerebral. He had like reasons for turning bad. Steve Austin was just a dick. You know, and, like I get that's what people liked about him, but I never liked that about him. You know. I mean, I have a lot of respect for Steve Austin. You know, like in terms of the amount of time he put in his wrestling career, and he seems like a nice, cool guy. You know, I mean, his personal life seems kind of have had some horrible phases, but you know, I'm gonna beat you up for being Jean Grey's boyfriend. Feel the anger of my unrequited love for your ginger lady. Cyclops is waiting. So am I. And he's gonna like rip the picture and run off to Antarctica. Where he'll be no, he went up to Alaska in that episode and befriended a bunch of Eskimos. You were a snow demon. I did not believe. Yeah, I'm no snow demon. I'm the mutant Sabretooth. Actually, Sabretooth didn't sound like Skeletor. I don't even know what I'm doing. Super finish. I was a big Benoit Horseman fan. Different tastes. Yeah, no, that's cool. I thought the Horsemen were cool. I mean, I was always more of an NWO guy, but I never like hated the Four Horsemen. Benoit was always like, you know, he's just like he's a solid mid card guy. That's just how I always viewed him. You know, like I thought it was a huge blow for WCW to lose him, and out of that like upper mid card, they should have chosen Jericho because he had the mic skills. Well, then they like chose Benoit, and he quit the company the next day, which was insane. Can we talk about how good Sting is in AEW? Like, Sting is just so awesome. I love Sting so much. He's my second favorite wrestler of all time. First being Hulk Hogan. I mean, Sting really was right not to go to WWE. I mean, I guess I know. I really think he was right because, like, I mean, you could say that. Oh, well, if he was, you know, younger, he would have not gotten injured so early on, which is true. But they don't know how to book him from the beginning, like, at all. The build up originally was cool, but like little things, you know, like having him come out with his face paint messed up, you know. Um, I don't know. Remember, like, when he was hiding under a box and he came out and his face paint was messed up? Like, that looked stupid. I mean, losing to Triple H was the dumbest shit ever. Like, that was, like, literally... That whole match was fantastic. Like, I liked the NWO coming out. I liked the X coming out. I even kind of understood why Sting and the NWO would team up, because there had been points in time where Sting had teamed up with them in the past, even in TNA, so it's like, you know, it made sense-ish, you know. Damn it. Got him. But that ending made absolutely no sense. That was the stupidest crap I'd ever heard. Just, it was bad. It was really bad to have Sting lose to Triple H. Yeah, I can go on a whole rant about it, but Sting losing to Triple H and Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker were like literally the two worst booking decisions I've ever seen in my life as a pro wrestling fan. Because Brock Lesnar beating The Undertaker made it so that there was no chance of a Sting Undertaker match with any real meaning. And then Sting losing to Triple H completely killed Sting's WWF run before it even began. And Sting was like, well, I didn't want to come to WWF because I was afraid they'd misuse me. Well, good thinking, friend. Because they definitely misused you. Damn. Geez, Magneto, spam your move much? Come on, do it, man. Got him. I knew he was going for that shockwave. That's why I was trying to, like, bait him to do it. Damn it! Damn, Pulse. Yeah, I lost. See, if you're fighting Magneto as Wolverine, there's like a split second. If you can get your Fierce Punch off, he's like completely open before he does that shockwave. And it's really good. Let's try Wolverine one more time. And if that doesn't work, we'll be Iceman. And I will just spam the heck out of this guy with my giant ice boulder. And all will be right with the world. Come on. Sorry if I'm not talking. I'm just trying to concentrate on beating him. Magneto's a huge pain in this game. Damn it! I couldn't get up in time. Vikings are playing the Seahawks tomorrow. That's never good. Seahawks are one of those teams that the Vikings just randomly never beat. This isn't good. Yeah, that's not good. You are beaten. Magneto reigns supreme. Alright. I'm going to take a brief pause before I go to try to defeat Magneto and see what's going on in the chat. They have the $6 million man on. Alright. What's happening here? Wolverine wouldn't stand a chance with Magneto's storyline-wise. Brock already cleanly beat Taker before, and not vice versa. We didn't need Brock ending the streak. Agreed. WWE is petty. Yes, I love Hogan and I love Sting. Agreed. Big fan of the Horsemen. Yeah, Hogan and Sting are my two favorites. Hogan's my favorite. Sting's second favorite. Yeah, no, seriously, that was so stupid. And WWF is petty. It was just like the stupidest booking ever. Yeah, so I mean, I guess I was like reading the comic book where Magneto like rips Wolverine's adamantium out. For the longest time, like I could never figure out how that worked because like in their previous encounters, Magneto never did that to him. But I guess at then, correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess at that point in time, I guess being in space or whatever, Magneto's magnetic powers were like way heightened to the point where he could even like screw with people based on the iron in their blood. So it was like really bad for Wolverine to try to fight Magneto in that situation. So, yeah. I mean, Bone Claw Wolverine would have done fine, but then it's like he's like much weaker against everyone else, and you know, there's that. I like how Akuma is not really any weaker than Super Turbo Akuma, but Children of the Atom is built in a way where he is not overpowered compared to the cast of the game. In fact, I actually think he's a little harder to play as. You know, I've beaten the game with Akuma, but it's like you really, in my opinion, you really have to just spam fireballs with him. Like that's the best way I can play with Akuma. Um, but you know, it's good. I mean, for sure. And he's got the like fireball that he can shoot air from the air, which is also good. All right, all right. See how this goes here. I'm spamming my ice ball move. Gonna beat this game. Hopefully. Now I'm gonna block his super move and then do my own. Come on, do it, man. Drop your guard. One more time. Come on. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Got him. Now I'm going to block because he's going to do a super move, but I'm going to try to do mine. Do it. Darn it. Damn it. That was not good. That was really, 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 really stupid. Well, now he's all pissed off because I beat him so many times. I'm done. Damn it. Freaking Magneto. This is really annoying. We're going to do like one more attempt at him and then I'll play something different. I mean, I would like to beat the game. Like, we've gotten to Magneto at this point, but... I mean, I do know that people do want to see some VHS tapes as well. But I do want to pop in some Snatcher. I also got Live Alive on Super Nintendo as well. I like how Iceman beat Magneto in a flashback scene in a 90s cartoon. All right, here we go. That was a good episode. That one with X Factor. That was freaking horrible. Alright, let's try that again. Damn. That was really, really cheap. I mean, I'm being cheap too, but still. Alright, let's try Wolverine again. And we could try with Cyclops. I do like Cyclops's... I like Cyclops's ending. I really like the music to it. It's got this really pretty kind of ballady music, synth pop ballad. And like Jean Grey hugs him and he tells the X-Men, like, let's go, team! Yeah, it was really bad. I need to be Wolverine. Damn it! Alright, Wolverine on auto guard. That's what we're trying next year. Automatic lets you challenge the most expert opponents, or cheap computers. Damn it! Cheap bastard. Oh, come on, man. Dude, I'm not even standing up. No, it's like an unblockable super move. It's like the height of cheapness. Alright, try that again. I mean, I'm not gonna, like, spend too much more time on this, just, you know, because you guys don't need to see me, like, struggle at a video game to the wee hours of the night. I mean, we could also try, you know, we could try Iceman on auto guard. That could also work. I mean, I like this game so much. I mean, back in the day, I beat this with like everyone. Got him. All right, there's one. I like the way this is looking. Those famous last words, right? Damn it! Got him. Yes. I knew he was going for that super move, and it was risky, but I had to try it, and it worked. Because he's open to Wolverine's fierce attack when he, reaches behind his shoulder to do that giant shockwave. All right, it's the Acolytes. Magneto's all huffy. Man, this game looks so good on a PVM. I mean, if memory serves me correctly, the X-Men are just like, is Magneto really dead? And like, I don't know. And he made big mistakes. Aw, Wolverine. Rip up all those presents for Cyclops and Jean Grey and slash the picture in famous meme fashion. And the artwork on this game is really beautiful. Wolverine just sitting there thinking about life. He's gonna go and fight Silver Samurai and beat the crap out of him. Yeah, take that, rookie. Presented by Capcom. Thanks for playing. No, thank you for making the game. There we go. Cool. All right. See what's going on in the chat. Magneto has the power gazer. That is true. Gambit has the Kyo Kusanagi super move. Yes, he does. X-Men Marvel characters are way superior to Street Fighter characters. It's weird how they needed all those weird moves and buffs in the games. I like how they turned the Street Fighter characters into Dragon Ball characters for like the versus games. I like how Juggernaut is basically solos the X-Men unless they take off his helmet. Like how Gladiator basically squashes Juggernaut. Gladiator is nothing compared to Phoenix in the animated series. Magneto has the 98 Omega Rugal force field. Yes, he does. I would have loved a Capcom DBZ fighting game in this, man. Absolutely. I mean, the Dragon Ball Fighters game is not a bad, approaching of that. It's, so I mean, it is you know, done in the, you know, cool kind of Capcom versus style, but it does play more like an Arc Systems game because it's an Arc Systems game. All right. All right. The $6 million man is actually, that screen's just all fuzzy and weird. He's having some kind of weird flashback. So now this game right here, this Snatcher game, came in a nice protective case. And here we go. And when we open it up, I don't know. And it's got our nice little thingamabob here. And this is Snatcher. And we'll go popping it. What time is it? 12:16? That's not too bad. Well, this is good when you start streaming earlier. It gives you more time to stay lucid and play more games. So what we're going to do here is we are going to remove our games from the 32X. And this is a really pretty cartridge. Take a look at that cartridge there. I think that is a really cool looking cartridge. Really, really cool. Really happy with this game. Awesome looking game. I love the Japanese style art on Sonic games. So yeah, nothing but good things to say about this. And of course I got to play it in a Game Genie because it's a Mega Drive cartridge. So for some reason, a lot of people who make repros like to use Mega Drive cartridges. I don't know. I don't understand why, but whatever. Okay, so pop in Snatcher. Open up. And we're going to take out Final Fight CD, a very good game, and pop in another great Sega CD game, possibly the greatest Sega CD game, Snatcher. I mean, it's one of the most beautiful video games ever made. All right. Grab our controller. Grab our SCART cable. Untangle our controller from our SCART cable. Break our controller on the floor. Come on. There we go. All right. Position our camera like so. And listen to the cool Sega CD BIOS. Sega. Yep, got all my saved games here. We can actually go like right to the end of the game. Yeah, that's what the hell. Let's do it. I mean, I don't even remember what's going on here. All right, let's look at the cylinder. These units are nearly ready to perform a complete snatch. These cylinders are used to culture the Snatcher's artificial skin. Endostructures are submerged within them.
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here from the Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
With artificial skin maintenance being handled at Queen's Hospital.
But who's behind all this?
Gillian, look at this. There are some finished snatchers over here.
Get a load of this. The U.S. President, the Prime Ministers of Japan, and the U.K.
Me?
Gillian, you're in here too.
Figures. They were looking to snatch every VIP at the summit.
And the last junker, you. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond the Okobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd. With their fluid skin, pulling something off like that would really be difficult.
Chin said they had found the key to developing a perfect artificial skin. Maybe they've already produced it.
No idea. But the number of snatchers here makes it clear that they're up to something new.
Gillian, this is definitely their nest. We should destroy everything.
Not yet. Not until we found Jamie. Mel, how much time do we have left?
The summit should have begun by now. We don't have much time. And once our legal privileges are suspended, I won't be able to help. In fact, I'd be forced to restrain you.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
Probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
A phased particle beam, huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack will leave just a large crater.
Mel, can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
I really like how this game combined like Metal Gear and Alf into an adorable sidekick.
Send the message.
Like Alf from the sitcom and Metal Gear from Metal Gear Solid.
What, Metal?
Are synthesized into one awesome sidekick and
We
Snatcher.
must get out before then.
I understand.
Gillian, I'm sorry I couldn't help you better.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move faster by myself anyway. 30 minutes should be plenty. Go, Metal.
Yes, sir. Don't forget, 30 minutes.
$30 Oh, this is gonna be tight. That room is the only place left to check. Let's take a look.
Oh yeah, this. Damn it. I'm way out of practice at this here. Did I die? Yes, I did. That was really bad. Alright. I continued the investigation. Let's try this again here. Alright. Relax, Noel. Think of your reflexes here. Dude, I can't remember how to do this here. There it is. Okay. I got it. Although I think I messed up. But now I got it. Alright. You gotta hit A and then shoot with C. Damn it, come on. Damn it. These things are hard. I mean, this is like the end of the game, but still. of these are there? Got him. All right, I did it.
Whew. I wasn't ready for that. They almost got me. All right, let's open the next door.
Oh, come on. Gillian.
Doesn't look like there's anything here. Ah!
Aim for the head. Damn it. Damn it. Please don't make me do those bugs again. Oh, I gotta do the bugs again. Alright. Good, alright.
Whew. I wasn't ready for that. They almost got me.
Alright. Bring on the Terminators here.
All right.
Snatchers look like Terminators, by the way, which is also cool.
Doesn't look like there's anything here. Ah!
Come on, come on. Damn it. Good, all right.
Jeez, these guys are tough. Of course, I didn't exactly expect them to welcome me with open arms. Okay, let's try this next door.
Ooh, it's a lady.
Jamie, are you all right?
Gillian, you came for me.
Are you hurt?
No, they won't lay a finger on me. Not until the new artificial skin is completed anyway.
Artificial skin research? You?
Gillian, I've got my memory back. All of it.
What happened? Tell me, Jamie.
Spoilers.
They said they'd kill him. They said they'd kill Harry. They forced me. I had to help them with the skin development. They said I had to help them because the professor was ill. Wasn't getting any better. Gillian, the engineer Harry, he's our son. He's been living on his own now for 50 years.
Jamie, I'm afraid that Harry's...
There was nothing I could do. They forced me. But I can't do it anymore.
Jamie!
The professor, he just died. He was over 100.
The professor? What? This old man?
Don't you remember? It's Professor Modner. Professor Petrovich Modner.
What? This old man is Modner?
He's been confined here for 3 years now, just to develop the Snatcher's artificial skin. Terrible. Doing that to your own father.
Whose father? Jamie, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You really can't remember, can you?
Jamie, tell me. Tell me who I am. What were we doing at the Kremlin?
Are you sure you really want me to, Gillian? It's all so awful, but if you must know, I'll tell you. Try to remain calm, okay? 56 years ago, you and I were involved in a top-secret Soviet project. It was still during the time of the Cold War. The gulf between East and West was as wide as ever. Everybody was worried about nukes. At that point, the world's armies were at their largest ever. Leaders still believed that a strong military meant a strong nation. There were rumors that there would be an agreement to end the production of nuclear weapons. On the other hand, the major powers like the US began to get involved in a space weapons race. But not the Soviets. The conservative despots in the Kremlin had another, completely different idea for gaining military superiority. A horrible plan, something no one else would think of. At that time, the countries of the communist bloc were facing an economic crisis. Popular movements pushing for democracy were springing up all over. Communism itself was facing extinction. Facing pressure from the reformers, the Kremlin began to panic. And that's when that horrible, childish plan was launched.
And that was the Snatcher Project. Replace your enemy's leaders with puppets of your own. Then you control their governments, their economies, take over a country from the inside out.
That's right, Gillian. And to develop these robots, they assembled some of the most brilliant scientific minds from around the world. Some of them were even brought in against their will. At the crux of that development effort was a group called the Frankenstein Project Team. You and I were members of that team, Gillian. It was a 4-person team led by the late Professor Modner here. The robotics expert was Professor Modner himself. His son, Elijah Modner, handled genetics and microbiology. For nanobiology and picobiology, myself. And for behavioral science and psychology, you, Gillian. Early development was carried out at a lab in Novosibirsk, but was later moved to a secret facility under the Kremlin. At the time, the Glasnost and Perestroika movements were gaining momentum, and they rightly feared for the existence of the program if it should become known. But some of the reformers did learn of the project, and they conspired with the US to block it. Gillian, you were a CIA special agent sent by the United States to infiltrate and sabotage the project.
Yeah, good old Gorbachev.
CIA?
Yes, and the government knows that. That's why you were assigned to the Junker team.
What? Who am I?
Work on the project continued to go smoothly. But then, on June 6, 1996, there was that accident. A mysterious explosion at the Chernobyl facility spread a bacterial weapon that was under development there into the atmosphere, destroying the country and the project. Gillian, was it you? Did you set off that explosion?
What? You can't be serious. You think I caused the catastrophe?
Somehow, during the confusion, Professor Modner and our son Harry managed to get picked up by American agents. But we couldn't get out in time, you and I and Elijah. In a shelter below the Kremlin, we entered a cryogenic sleep. Our plan was to sleep there until the toxic effects of the bacteria were safely passed.
And then 48 years later, 3 years ago, we were discovered by the 17th Special Investigative Force.
Yes, but when they found us, Elijah's pod was already empty.
Elijah Modner? That guy whose picture was in the church? The one that looks like Random?
That's right, Elijah is alive. Elijah is here and working on the Snatchers.
Why don't you let me finish your little story?
Who's there?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Jamie? Ah, yes. And Gillian.
Looks like somebody aged.
It's me, Jamie.
Elijah? Is that really you?
Random? No, not quite.
So you remember me, do you? I am Elijah Modnar, the only son of Professor Petrovich Modnar. I'm afraid I've grown somewhat old and feeble since we last met, however.
Elijah, why are you doing this? Your father, Professor Modner, he passed away a few minutes ago.
What? My father? My father is dead?
Elijah, what happened to you? The Elijah I knew could never do anything like this.
I've changed, Jamie. These 40 years have changed me.
I can't believe it. What happened to you?
What happened to me? Jamie, do I actually have to explain it to you? Jamie, it's you. Your beauty is the cause of all that has come to pass here. 57 years ago, I was obsessed. With my research, yes. And with you, Jamie. At the time, I was still young, having just graduated with my genetic engineering degree. My father's connections got me on the team, and there, I met you. You were working as my father's assistant. Your beauty, your smile, I was stricken. I saw something in you that I never felt with women of my own country. You warmed my cold, young heart, Jamie. You opened me up, and I couldn't stop my feelings.
Elijah.
Oh, I was so happy. The political situation was crumbling around us, but every day was a joy. I gained my father's trust, and with you there watching over me, I was able to work as hard as I ever have on the project. However, my happiness did not last for long. Gillian, it was you. You showed up and all was ruined. You arrived and joined our project team. Far from home, Jamie found comfort in a man from the same land. Your relationship grew quickly, and all I could do was stand by and watch. Jamie and Gillian fell in love, were joined, and even had a child.
Harry.
Even then, my feelings for you only grew stronger.
Harry ended up being a pretty cool character in Snatcher.
Moved from the project, but I persisted. Jamie, I always wanted to be near you. And then, the democratic movements that had consumed the rest of the Eastern Bloc spread to our country as well. The Cold War was over. The hardliners who had pushed for its development were stripped of power and the project was cancelled. The reformers, trying to cover up the existence of such a crazed project, ordered that all materials related to it be destroyed and that we stand trial for our actions. Jamie and Gillian were to be returned to their homeland. That's about the time that I learned that you, Gillian, that you were a CIA agent, and that you were trying to pass documents on our research to your military. The country had sold us out. I'm no politician. I couldn't care less about what happened to the country. All I cared about was my research and Jamie. And I was to lose all of that, everything. For someone so young, you cannot understand how great of a shock that was.
Elijah.
That is when I decided, I swore I would see that secret crazed project through to the end. At the time, the bioroids were 80% finished. The main
Isn't this great? It's like watching a movie, a really good movie on your Sega CD.
We still were having trouble with the artificial skin, the area that Jamie and I were assigned to. We called it artificial skin, but there was of course no need to duplicate T lymphocytes, Langerhans cells, or endocrine cells. All we needed was keratinized cells and melanocytes to provide the pigment. With the artificial protein development techniques that we had in those days, full-scale synthetic cell development was very difficult. Research like this took months, years. The original project called for us to simultaneously snatch an entire country. In other words, a whole nation, or an entire city had to be snatched over the course of one night. For that reason, a powerful biological agent, which could quickly and effectively kill the population of the country, was being simultaneously developed.
Lucifer Alpha.
That's right. A type RAO11 virus which another team was developing. For someone like myself, who was closely involved in the project, blowing up the lab was quite a simple task.
My God, Elijah, do you know what you're saying? That explosion killed half the world's population.
I moved all the materials and records essential to the Bioroid project into the shelter and executed my plan on June 6th. After sealing off the lab, I brought the two of you with me to the underground shelter and we entered a cryogenic sleep. But not before I programmed an atmospheric research satellite to transmit a wake signal when the danger from Lucifer Alpha had passed.
And 10 years later, Lucifer Alpha naturally mutated into a non-toxic form.
But the automatic revival system failed to work.
Oh no, it worked. Just as planned. It revived me 10 years later. A little sooner than the two of you, of course.
And even though you sealed the lab with the explosion and everything, you should have been exposed. Why weren't you?
Oh, I was. But by that time, the vaccine L-Angels had already been developed.
So everything went just as you planned it then?
Yes, up until that point. But my real struggle was yet to come. My original plan was to revive Jamie as well, and for the two of us to finish the development of the bioroids. You, Gillian, you were to stay asleep forever. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not after looking at Jamie's peaceful face there in the pod. Besides, I could never have convinced her to work with me on the project anyway. I knew the time was not yet right, so I changed the timers of your pods to permanent on.
How could you do such a thing?
And so for the next 40 years, I worked alone in that cold and lonely room under the Kremlin, trying to complete the artificial skin for the Snatchers. For days and days, no one would visit me. I never saw the sun or felt the changing of the seasons. Still, I always had Jamie by my side. You were always there for me to talk to. Just you.
Nothing awkward about that.
In that dark cellar.
Oh, you poor, poor man.
If only the Twitch thoughts had that kind of sympathy for their onlookers.
And then, 3 years ago, my research was finally completed. First, I snatched the Siberian Special Investigative Forces to establish a transport route for the Snatchers. And then, to test the effect of large-scale snatch operations, I chose Neokobe City to be my experimental sample. Neokobe is cut off from the surrounding areas, a sort of miniature country in itself, making it a perfect test site. And since it's a melting pot of various races, it would also allow me to gather extensive data on Snatcher modification and operational techniques. In addition, the element of suspicion or mistrust, which runs deep in Japanese culture, was another reason I chose this site.
But your test revealed a critical flaw in your machine's artificial skin.
Yes, quite unexpected, I'm afraid. All my research for 40 years. I gathered data and worked day and night to find a solution, but nothing seemed to work.
So that's why you decided to bring Professor Modner here, right?
That's correct. I discovered my father in one of the government's hospitals. He was old, but still very sound of mind. Naturally, he would not cooperate with me.
Of course not. He'd never become involved in something like that.
So, unable to receive his assistance, I decided that I had to have yours. But a mistake on my part allowed both you and Gillian to be taken into custody by the authorities first.
Just what are you trying to accomplish, Elijah? You must know you can never get Jamie back.
I'm only interested in discovering what I can of the human animal. In the past, it was because of Jamie. My motive is different now.
It sounds like you're just suffering from the wild arrogance that corrupts so many scientists.
Humans are such weak creatures. No matter how much they trust one another, the tiniest speck of suspicion can destroy it all. Look at how the Snatcher problem has caused such wild unrest. No matter how much science advances or how high we...
It's funny, we were having a discussion earlier about not unquestioningly embracing academics.
Kill each other. The Snatchers are nothing more than a tool for bringing out this reaction. I am simply using the Snatchers to elicit the true nature of the human animal. I think this experiment has shown me the limits of human society. I sincerely doubt it will be able to reach any greater level of prosperity on its own. If human society ever hopes to reach greater heights, what is needed is an absolute leader, a firm ruler who isn't affected by these trivial episodes of mistrust.
You're crazy if you think people would ever obey Snatchers.
Of course they wouldn't. But if they don't know, they cannot object. There has been a time in every age that the people have longed for a god to lead them. As long as they give the people no reason to suspect them, then they can easily become their gods. Indeed, a new race of super beings. We are almost there. Once we perfect the artificial skin, Snatchers will transcend man to become this planet's true human beings.
But you'll never get your perfect skin now. Professor Modner is dead.
I no longer have any use for my father. I have a sample of the new skin he developed. Once I have analyzed it, I'll be able to make as much as I need. Or if need be, we could simply culture the keratinized cells, epithelial cells, and melanocytes in the quantities that we need.
What are you talking about? How could you get a sample of perfected
I
artificial...
forgot how long this this is. It's great though. I like it.
We found this in the rubble of Queen's Hospital.
Random. By which I mean Rutger Hauer.
Random.
Oh, an acquaintance of yours?
He's a Snatcher?
That term isn't exactly accurate. This bioroid was constructed by my father without my knowledge. He modeled it after me in my youth. He built it right here in this facility. And not only that, he programmed it to destroy Snatchers. This bioroid caused me serious difficulties. It's designed and built far better than my Snatchers. The machine itself thought it was human. My father input memories for it all the way back to childhood. Those too were apparently mine.
This is some Blade Runner quality stuff here.
Have you yet realized? Random Hajil is Elijah Modner spelled backwards. How like my father, silly old man. He did virtually overnight what I could not do in 40 years of effort. Furthermore, he makes a bioroid so perfect, even the bioroid itself believes itself to be real. What's more, the cells of the skin he developed are self-replicating. Once in place, no further transplants or culturing is necessary.
Is he dead?
Its main and locomotive systems are completely shut down. It's just scrap now. But the artificial skin is being kept alive. This we need. With this, we can move to phase 2 of our plan of full-scale infiltration of the world's major nations.
The summit's already over. You'll never succeed.
What does the summit matter? Nothing holds us back now that we have this perfect skin. We can go anywhere we want, and there will be no way to tell us apart. I will have free control over the world. Nothing will be able to stop
I'm
us.
just like looking at the chat here. Konami did used to be great.
My will alone will decide the course of human history.
You egomaniac. Do you think you can snatch the entire population?
There's a fully automated snatcher factory under the Kremlin. Even as we speak, scores of new snatchers are being born.
But no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to snatch the people's heart and soul. What do you hope to gain from this anyway?
Jamie, the human race is composed of fools. But I'm different. I will be its savior. Indeed, not just of mankind, but of all life on the planet.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Metal!
In 10 minutes, this church will be struck by a phased particle beam. I am guiding the beam from the attack satellite using GPS and 15 navigational satellites.
Good going, Metal Gear. You lovable little buddy.
From me will be destroyed.
Stop this foolishness now. I will not have my research destroyed by some souped-up pocket calculator.
Metal! What happened at the summit?
The delegates, worried about the Snatcher menace, voted unanimously to allow the use of nuclear weapons on the city. The military is presently imposing a quarantine on Noel ComiX.
What? Do they intend to kill everybody?
The populace is in a state of panic. However, they have agreed to lift the quarantine if this church is struck by the phased particle beam. This is our last chance. I will handle things here. Gillian, Jamie, you two must flee.
You insignificant mass of metal. You will never...
One move and I detonate. Gillian, run!
Metal, this is crazy!
We can't let a single snatcher get out of here. And this new artificial skin has to be destroyed as well.
I will not allow some talking scrap pile to get away with this. If you were the aiming point for the beam, then I'll just have you thrown out of here. Grab this little one and take him out of here.
Uh-oh. The Snatchers are waking up.
Metal!
Cowardly little robot.
You always were a real pain in the butt.
Hey, Random's alive.
What's that?
What? How did... You're supposed to be deactivated.
Time to
And I've
die.
been lazy, old man.
Like tears in the rain.
Stop this foolish...
Shut up! Let's try to make our final moments peaceful, shall we? And you snatchers, you touch the little guy and the old man's head comes off. Random! I've always hated being used. Why don't you watch the final act with me?
Gillian, you only have 5 minutes. The turbo cycle is just outside on standby. Use that to flee.
Let me go. I'm Elijah Monder. I'm your original.
I don't care if I'm an original or a copy or what. You and I are gonna die right here. If we both die, there won't be a copy anymore now, will there?
The stupid logic of a simpleton, of a machine.
Whatever it is, it's my will.
Machines have no will. Machines cannot sacrifice themselves.
We'll see about that.
You have 4 minutes. You must go. And don't forget to take care of the factory under the Kremlin.
Stop!
Gillian, even if these memories in my head are fiction... Yeah, I know what you mean. Our memories of our time together are all too real, Random.
Gillian, you become one hell of a junker.
Gillian, it has been most recreational being your partner.
Oh, metal.
If you can, try to pick up the pieces for me, okay? Like we did for little John.
Oh, okay, metal.
Hurry! You only have 3 minutes.
Thanks. Thanks, you two. Jamie, come on.
Let's get out of here.
No, don't let her go. No.
You pathetic old fool. You don't even know how to love someone.
You stupid machine. What is that idiotic grin supposed to mean?
By snatching you, I'm finally gonna get my real self back.
Random, there's less than 1 minute to go. Thanks to you, everything will be fine.
You don't owe me any thanks. Sorry to get you involved in such a big job. You did great. You're a hell of a junker.
3, 2, 1, here it comes!
Later, kid!
Aw, man, that's such a pretty church, though.
So you're really going, aren't you?
It's our responsibility, too. Besides, if I go to Moscow, I may get some of my memory back. And if that happens, I'll be able to love you even more than I do now. Wait for me. I want to be with you, but first I've got to destroy this terrible factory of theirs. Jamie, when I get back, let's try living together again. What do you say?
We'll be waiting for you, too.
Katrina! Mika! You're here, too?
You better be happy, Buster, with all these beautiful women seeing you off.
I'm happy you came. Let me introduce my wife.
Jamie Seed. I suppose it's a little odd introducing myself a second time, though.
What do you mean? You've never met them before, have you?
What are you talking about, Gillian? We're good friends.
Huh? Since when?
It's the first time I've met her in person, but I've spoken with her on the video phone a lot of times.
What? Have you guys been talking about me behind my back?
All right, we can go back to some gameplay. Now, we played a lot of visual novels on this channel, but none better than this. Usually we just play the beginning of the visual novel, and it just turns into an awkwardness that I have to censor, but this is a good one here. All right, Konami used to be great. I think a lot of people don't like repros because there was a time when they'd have the flash chips in them run at higher voltages. I don't know if that still happens, but I assume that this isn't, since you're literally playing them on the stream without anything dying. I apologize for all the yelling. What, you were yelling? Did I miss something here? I would have loved that. No, he didn't yell. What are you talking about? Caps Lock, Blade Runner, absolutely. Isn't Snatcher really expensive? This is a repro. I paid like $60 for it. Which might be a lot for a repro, but it's like a perfect repro, and Snatcher is like super expensive. Reminds me of Metal Gear Solid, because it's made by the same guy. Kojima did make Metal Gear Solid. So Kojima didn't make Metal Gear Solid yet when he made Snatcher. No, so he made Snatcher first, but he made he did Metal Gear, and then Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. But I want to say he did Snatcher for the PC-88 before Solid Snake. And then, Snatcher just got kind of improved. It all comes together. The original MSX and NES had Metal Gear. Yes, they did. Android 8 looks like Terminator. Yes. Is this the ending? Pretty much, yeah. It's been here the entire time. Damn good artwork. Snatcher's such a beautiful game. I think Japanese PCs in general ended up having good artwork for games. PC 88 and 98 stuff is still, I look at it, huh? Yeah, no freaking question, man. That stuff is beautiful, and it's still revered by both, people who like Vaporwave and people who like video games and everything in between. All right, let's go check out some more goodness of the Snatcher. Yeah, let's talk. Trying to learn more about your relationship was what got our relationship started. I was telling Mika about how lonely it was being home all alone that time, and she told me that Jamie was always worried about me, so I gave her a video phone call. Before I knew it, we were really close. Our relationship has gone beyond being just friends. Beyond just friends sounds pretty good to me. Don't be stupid, Gillian. You have a warped mind sometimes, you know? Even with Alice gone, I was really lonely. Katrina. They both so easy to talk to. It's like I've got two real sisters now. They're just like family to me now. Jamie. I don't care if you get your memory back or not. Why? Because getting your memory back will mean that you'll remember those things about me that you hated. Things I hated? What are you talking about? Dealing with each other's imperfections is part of what being married is all about, Jamie. Gillian, don't worry. No memories will change how I feel about you. Thank you, Gillian. It's good to hear you say that.
So have they finalized what they're going to do about Junker operations? I suppose this will end up being our last mission, huh?
Well, originally they were planning on disbanding the team, but now they've decided to keep us in business.
So that means...
That's right. We've been designated as one of the government's special police divisions. That puts us above the regular cops.
So the government has decided that crime by machines better than crime by you.
Oh man, it skipped a little bit. Have a safe trip, Second Lieutenant Seed. I'm a second lieutenant as well, so let's try to get work well together when you get back. What? I'm a second lieutenant? How come my rank is even lower than what I had in the army?
Whatever you do, just come home safe, okay?
When you get back from this job, you still have a dinner date to keep with me, you know.
Don't worry. I won't forget my promises to either of you. Oops, almost forgot. Of course, I want to spend some private moments with my wife, too, huh? What's wrong, Jamie?
Oh man, this is skipping on me.
Jamie. See?
Wait for me.
I don't know if this is the disc or the Sega CDX.
You? Metal?
So Metal Gear is a Sega CD now. But then it like skipped the scene where Jamie was talking about Henry. This isn't good.
Sega CD for now.
So they found your memory chip in one piece, eh?
Random protected it from the blast of the beam.
Random, huh? Wait a second. I've heard that sneeze somewhere before.
Really? I didn't hear anything. Anyway, I want to know if you'll take me with you. Please take me with you.
Hurry up and get on board, partner.
Yeah, this isn't good, man. This is like the best part of the game, and it was like skipping out. Now, it could be I mean, I've heard that the lasers on Sega CDXs can get a little wonky donkey, but I don't know.
Throughout history, suspicion has always bred conflict. The real conflict, though, resides in people's hearts. This conflict has just begun.
Well, that would have been a completely perfect game experience if not for the, like, there it is, Hideo Kojima right there. That would have been a perfect game experience if not for the final part of the ending skipping. So maybe you should consider investing in Mega SD EverDrive. You'll just be able to run stuff off of an SD card anyway. Yeah, that's true. I just, this is a really nice quality repro. I don't know if it's the disc. I mean, it's possible that I put a fingerprint on the bottom of the disc or something like that. The laser might be a little weak in my Sega CDX. I don't know. I don't know why that was skipping like that at the end. When I first beat this game, it did, I wonder, I don't want to go through the whole thing again. I mean, the great experiment would be playing my old copy of Snatcher on this, because that didn't skip at all. I mean, that's going to be the real experiment. But, I mean, the ending to this game is, literally a half an hour plus, I mean, I haven't even been keeping track of time, how long that we've been watching this ending. I mean, I basically played through a couple action scenes, and then we sat through this, fantastic, 16-bit CD, political cyberpunk thriller here, so... She looks a lot like the Chinese secretary in Metal Gear Solid. I'll email the people I got the disc from, but I think I don't know if I should say their name or not. I don't want to get them in trouble if I mean, it's not illegal to sell repros, so I think but I found them on they popped up on my Facebook and Instagram, and they were highly rated. So their work is really good. I just don't know why that disc was skipping so much at the end. Nothing like a good visual novel ending. Here's Metal Gear. It's getting a little skippy right now here. Yeah, this music is fantastic. There's Henry right there. Her son. Who was the mechanic the whole time. Who was always looking for his parents. Really sweet, interesting, bittersweet, tragic, interesting twist. I mean, this is legitimately one of the best RPGs, I think, just in general. It's fantastic. I mean, I like this a little better than Police Knots. They're both really good, though. This is like, that's good, like, wallpaper material right there. This game is 10 hours, and it's just fun all around. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to look into why that was freezing at the end. It's actually funny because, like I said, like we always play visual novels and get like nowhere near the end of them, and so we got the best visual novel, and we get to see the end of it. So, although the end is a little messed up, same thing with ROMs, and I think repro carts are illegal, but at the same time, I don't think most people give a damn. No, I don't know if that's true or not because ROMs are legal. So I don't know what the difference would be. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, that's disappointing. I mean, I can show you guys the whatchamacallit here, the instruction manual. It looks like we're probably not gonna. Maybe we have a time for like one little VHS tape, but you know, that's Snatcher. I mean, I'm happy we got to do kind of a deep dive on Snatcher, but so here we have this really cool instruction manual. And if you take a look at it, it's got like this whole manga that is kind of like a prelude to the whole game. And I guess some of this was not shown in the PC engine version of the game. Like this part here is in the Sega CD opening. This last part is like all animated in the game for the intro to the Sega CD version, and it's really, really good. So yeah, really, 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 really pretty stuff. And that's it. And then, you know, you can go on and like later on in the manual, you can see like, you know, the cool character profiles, and you know, it's just like this is just like really, really nice looking, pretty stuff. Yeah, so this is like exactly the kind of stuff that I like. Cool. So yeah. All right, so I think I mean, I can never tell like who's actually here and who's not here. I'm guessing Arrow is the only person legitimately still watching right now. But I don't know, whatever. So, man, this is like this manual is so thick, it's hard to actually like get in the case. Manual is thick with several C's. I did do one. I did do a Snatcher review a few years ago. So actually, I did a Snatcher review and a Police Knots review at the old place, and I definitely did not play through the whole ending of Snatcher on that review, but what I did do was I think I did kind of hop around the game, and I think I did show the. I think I showed like the ending in the beginning. If memory serves me correctly, and then I reviewed Police Knots as well. And I want to say in the Police Knots review that I did, I actually showed some of the bonus content that they do at the ending. I think because I remember like they have like interviews with like the voice actors in Police Knots at the end of it. So it's good. But yeah, no, go check out the Snatcher review. Just type in Noel ComiX Snatcher and it should show up. And yeah, so no, it's good. I mean, I had no idea how much Snatcher I was going to play tonight, and we got all the good parts. So I can hear the baby crying upstairs. And we're working on a 3-hour live stream. Why don't we do just one more? And this, so it's like, yeah, so these are my 2 copies of Snatcher right here. And for the amount of money I paid for this one, I'm going to be pretty... It wasn't like that much. It was like somewhere between like 50 and 60. No, was it? No, it wasn't. I paid $40 for this. I paid like $40 for this. But then the shipping was like a bit, because I think it came from like Canada. So I think the shipping was like $11. So it ended up being like $50 or something like that. And I ordered this a while back. Yeah, we just disconnected for a minute. I don't know why. This I got a long time. This was like the first thing I ever bought off of Etsy. So yeah. And this played through without a hiccup, and this had some hiccups. So I don't know what's going on with this. But this is essentially a perfect reproduction of a Sega CD situation. And so I don't know. But these 2 combined, maybe I can get the normal Snatcher experience, but whatever. Cool. Anyway, let's just throw in a tape and see what's on it, because we always like to do that. The wonders of the international channel. We got Sonic 3 Complete. We got Snatcher. Now we got some IC. Got my Roku going on my Trinitron. So let's see what else we got going on here. Arrow, what time is it, man? We're both in the Eastern time zone, so. I'm still here. Sinister might be here as well. Oh, cool. Speaking of reviews, I have to do Final Fantasy X. Took a break. I'm back. Watch it be a tape where your mother taped over all your international channels. 119, that's not too bad. Oh, we still got Hitomi. It's Hitomi watching a bunch of people roll around in dough. That is a really big baseball cap. It's a cool hat, but not as cool as my red Martin hat from the TV show Martin. Martin. International channel for life. He's not here. He's been uploading some cool stuff. So this is just showing some like random hey interviews. So that's definitely cool. But since you guys, to the best of my knowledge, don't speak Japanese, and I don't speak Japanese. Like, I'm the kind of person who would enjoy watching interviews in Japanese that I don't completely understand. But I'm not going to assume that you would want to sit through that at 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we might, but let's just see what else is on this tape here. I'm just going to hit rewind and hit play. We have Gundam, which I'm going to turn off because Sunrise always gets pissy whenever I show their content, even if it's like, on a VHS tape with tracking lines. being bootlegged through a CRT TV. They don't care. They're just, they'll just block my videos in Japan. And I actually have, like, I guess, like 39% of my viewing audience is Japanese, which is an honor.
The Megaverse. Got it.
So I think this is the Sailor Moon we were watching in the last live stream.
Yeah, she's from Brighton Academy.
Yeah, this is the last thing. What is this tape here? Is this the one with Hall & Oates? Is this like Sailor Moon and Hall & Oates? I think there's like a Hall & Oates performance from like SCTV on here, where they perform like You Did It in a Minute. Welcome back, True Sinister. The Love Fest here. Speaking of old Japanese stuff, I've been scrambling all over the place to find the tokusatsu stuff I watched as a kid. You saw Jetman. I love Jetman on Pluto. There is. Martin hat is better than a MAGA hat. Fun fact, I wore this Martin hat when I voted for Trump. This is seriously, because, like, first of all, the Martin hat is definitely better than the MAGA hat. So this way I was, like, showing my independence while at the same time reflecting my vote. So, yes. But I would vote for Martin over Trump or Biden because I think that they both have major problems. A big chunk of your viewer base in Japan. Yeah, it is, and I'm super happy about it because I love Japan. That tape looked pretty messy. I don't think Sunrise would know. Cool. Now let's check this out here. Oh yeah, the G Gundam. Okay, so this is a tape we watched last time, and it had like the end of G Gundam, and the Red Baron got that like weird Spanish Red Baron clip got the whole stream like completely blocked. They had to go back in and get it out. I was so thrilled seeing Will Smith and Martin in a movie together. Yes, I know, right? Good stuff. Let's grab another tape here. What do we got? I'm just randomly grabbing a fistful of tapes here. It was a fistful of tapes. We're not going to probably watch all of them, but Anime Mix Channel 2. Anime Channel Mix 2. What the hell is this? I think, so back in the day, there used to be on Time Warner Cable something called like the Anime Channel. I swear at some point I'll be able to make a director's cut of your streams. Yeah, it'd be great. So yeah, they used to have the Anime Channel on demand, and I used to go to my friend's house and tape it. So let's see what's on this here. Ooh, I taped Hey Hey Hey. So it's Noriyuki Makihara. So, you know what I wonder? I bet I went to my friend's house and taped International Channel. I bet I had my friend tape me a Hey 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 after I lost International Channel. This is fascinating, man. I totally forgot about this. So Noriyuki Makihara did like one of my favorite Christmas songs. Like he's, in a brown sweater, and there's a giant crayon girl trying to get into his house, and there's Santa Claus, and he's just like dancing around playing the accordion. It's really great. It's called Winter Again or Snow Again or something. I don't know, something like that. Christmas Again. Winter Again is Glay. I think it's Christmas Again is what Noriyuki Makihara did. He's considered the Japanese Elton John, but he's better than Elton John. It's like less annoying. I mean, Elton John had some okay stuff, but he's kind of, I don't know. He's kind of like whiny and overbearing, but not like in a mean way, just as his personality. He's like a long Broadway show that I'm not a particular fan of. But I really liked his Rocky V credits, so that's good. This is definitely something that a friend of mine taped because this is like when they were doing hour-long episodes of Hey Hey Hey. Oh hey, Amachan is singing with Noriyuki Makihara here. This is interesting. Why is Machan like talking in slow motion behind them? Red Hat reminds me of Rugal Bernstein, a film composed entirely of edited Noel stream clips. I would pay top dollar to see that. Speaking of Japanese Christmas songs, Whoa War Tonight is the best from Hamachan. His Tetsuya Komuro produced song. It's like up there with Eddie Murphy's Party All the Time. I mean, it's not as good as Eddie Murphy's Party All the Time, but it's still pretty good. Whoa, 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 war tonight. I should actually fall asleep to that song. I've recently been falling asleep to John Teeter posts. You know, like, that's literally a computer reading John Teeter message board discussions. In the future, my time machine has a gravity lock that allows me to drive under a rainbow and into a black hole. I don't care whether you believe me or not. I'm in a militia from Florida. I mean, this song is okay. It's nothing special. It's just fun to see Hamachan sing with Makihara. To an odd home movie of Machan in the background sitting in a chair. Like, seriously, what the hell is going on here? Michael Jackson was in Party All the Time. What? Where? I mean, I know Rick James was. Where was Michael Jackson? Was he like wearing a disguise or something? I have the Party All the Time record. It's amazing. Want me to timestamp it? Yeah, please. I mean, because I've seen the Party All the Time video like a ton of times. And I've never noticed Michael Jackson. I'm not saying you're lying, but like my son used to fall asleep to Party All the Time. It's like one of the songs I'd rock him to. As a teacher, one of my favorite things was how Rick James was like really proud of Eddie Murphy when he was like hitting the high notes in the song. Like being like the recording booth, like clenching his fist with success. So like this song is like it's making it look like Machan died or something. There's like feathers falling from the ceiling, and he's like in slow motion on a big screen in the background.
Over several evenings, money.
This is definitely iChannel after I lost it.
And separation. Catch Seventh Horse of the Sun, Saturday only on iChannel.
Are you looking for a career that
This is insane. I completely forgot I had this.
What courses could you take while working that may get you out of your dead-end job? You need training from the people with their finger on the global pulse of technology. Call the Cleveland Institute of Electronics. CIE, a pioneer in distance learning education since 1934, provides convenient, economical, and thorough training programs in electronics and computer technology.
Man, I wish my mom had paid for digital cable back in the day. But, you know, whatever. All's well that ends well.
And earn an advanced associate degree in
That's a
electronic
first world
engineering
problem if
technology.
I ever heard one.
From 10 high-tech diploma programs. All lesson material and lab equipment.
Man, we've been streaming for 3 hours and 10 minutes. This is a long one.
Available to every student at no extra cost. Online testing makes taking exams fast and efficient. So get on the global pulse of technology today. Call this toll-free number and we'll rush you our free CIE course catalog. Call now.
JTB は愛・地球博を応援します。ユナイテッド航空の日本行き格安航空券ご購入でもれなく、愛・地球博入場券
JTB. JTB's serious about Look American, but JTB's also serious about Kakuyasu Kokuken. It's got to be JTB. Let's check the JTB website right now. Like the two bar girls would say. I love this commercial.
四季豊かな旬の味覚が踊る桜咲く春の訪れ玉錦で爽やか飛び跳ねる魚は夢で寿司と舞い燃え立つ紅葉に望みがきらめく季節の感動がこだまする極上の三姉妹自慢のお米です
Ooh, nice. Interesting. JTB still up and running. Ooh, Japanese American football. This is like arena football right here. This is like arena football on tour in Japan. This is actually pretty cool. Let me fast forward a little bit here. That's the end of the tape. Did my friend tape Did I try to tape as much of a hey 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 as I could? That's disappointing though that I didn't get all, I didn't get the closing credits though. Unless there's more hey 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 on here that I don't know about. But my theory is what ended up happening is I was probably at his house on a Sunday night and then threw a tape in on the international channel on one TV while I was like playing a video game. Ooh, we got a clip of some old good stuff here. Oh, that's not good. Some darn cool Don Johnson clothes right there. Some quality gymnastics there. Let me rewind this here, and I just want to see what I got before this. See what's going on in the chat. My bad, Noel is mistaken, thinking of another song. Ah, interesting. Well, I mean, I know Michael Jackson did the vocals and Rockwell. You know, somebody's watching me, and I got no privacy. Whoa. Just, seeing what International Channel was like after it sadly left my cable dial. The greatest channel ever. The international channel. I mean, I don't know. Everything was like just so good about it because I mean, it had just like there's like no pretension there. It was like all the best stuff about the United States seen through the cultural prism of other cultures and just, fun, relaxing programming that was very energetic. Just good stuff. So I'm just trying to see. Okay, is this the intro here? Okay, here we go. Oh, I taped Revolution on here too. Interesting. I gotta check that out. Taped an episode of Revolution on this tape. This is not really my style of Japanese music, though. I like the more poppy stuff. Not the I'm wearing faded jeans and a t-shirt and playing an acoustic guitar. A soulful melody with breathtaking authenticity. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but just, This is like cool Asian people listening to Nelly.
And find out how to cash in on the precious metals market. Call the number on your screen today.
Yes, Nelly has allied with Burger King to have the Cornell meal, whatever his real name is. Because Burger King keeps it real.
Find a perfect gift from over 30,000 Chinese, Japanese, and Korean products. Go to internationalchannel.com and visit Yes Asia at the International Channel Marketplace.
Dude, Gato-san. So we have Tube right here. Tube A. The Legendo. Alright, good stuff. Alright, gang. Well, it's been streaming for 3 hours and 18 minutes, and it's approaching 1:39. So I think it is probably time for us to wrap up tonight's live stream now. I've got a remote day on Monday, but I mean, so I think that means I get to sleep just a little bit longer, maybe not. But I don't know. Probably this will be the only live stream we do, like, until next end of the week. But still, keep an eye on the channel. Still got to do that Final Fantasy X review. We are now happily at, I think, 1106 for our sub count, so that's good. But I don't have Final Fantasy 11, so I can't review Final Fantasy 11 for our 11th, our 1100 special. So we'll have to find something else to do for that. But first, we got to review Final Fantasy X. So cool. All right, well, guys, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully, you can figure out what's going on with Snatcher. First of all, let's read what's going on. I always thought international channel was something you had to pay for. No, it was not. Actually, international channel was on basic cable. So, I mean, you did have to pay for it with basic cable, but then it got moved up to digital cable that you needed a cable box for. And it was a whole freaking annoying thing, and I lost it. I was really pissed off. Good night, Sinister. Good night, Arrow. And good night, anyone else who's out there. Thanks for a fun time. And I will see you guys in the very near future. You guys take care. Bye-bye.